चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथां वितन्तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Thank you, Arovi, and Om, for the opening prayers. Okay, so before we start the session, what were some of the topics that we discussed last week? What were the different story topics we discussed? Which Kanda were we in? You remember? We were in Ayodhya Kanda, correct. Okay, and what were some of the topics we discussed? Starting with? Yeah.
Bharat goes to bring back Ram from the forest after Dashrath Maharaj dead.
Yes, correct. Good. Anything else you remember? Before that, I think we started from the death of Dashrath Maharaj, right? So Dashrath Maharaj dies, so that Bharat Maharaj and Shatrughna were called from which kingdom? KK Raj. Very good. Okay, so they were brought from that kingdom, right? And then they did the funeral rituals and everything, and both the brothers were very upset with who? Kaikeyi. Very good. Yeah. And then after that, they knew the reason behind this. Who was the reason behind Kaikeyi's mantra? Very good. Okay, so they confronted Mantra, right? They pulled her everything, but at last, Bharata left Mantra, and then he went to visit Lord Rama, right? And where was Lord Rama? Like which place was Lord Rama present in? Chitrakoot. Very good, right? And on the way, who did Bharata meet? On the way to Chitrakoot. Guha. Very good. So Guha and the whole kingdom, right? Like Vasishta Muni and everyone accompanied, right? Bharata. So after accompanying, they all went to Lord Rama, right? So what did Lord Rama say to Bharat's request? Bharata asked Rama to return, right? So what did Rama say?
He told that it is his father's promise and he can't break it.
Very good. Okay, though his father has passed away from this world, okay, he cannot break the promise that was once given by his father to Kaikeyi, right? So in this way, okay, Rama wanted to fulfill his promise in spite of all the sages, like Vasishta Muni and other insisting. Okay. Now after what happens, Bharata does what? How does he leave Chitrakoot?
He gives padukas to Ram and makes him wear them, and then he carries it on his head and.
Yeah, so he basically wants Rama to rule, even if it is in the form of his foot, right? Like his foot can rule, but Bharata is not supposed to rule. Okay, so that was Bharat he's very insistent about it. So now what happens? Now Bharata carries these padukas, okay, and he travels back to Ayodhya, okay, and what happens in this part is that he builds a separate hermitage, okay, in the outskirts of Ayodhya, and over there he starts worshipping Lord Rama's footprints. Okay, and he makes sure that these footprints are like the one that is ruling. Okay, so he will stay as a minister, but not as a king, right? So he will take help of all the ministers, the brahmanas, and everyone, and that is how he will, further move to rule the kingdom. Okay, so automatically Shatrughna also follows the order of Bharata. Okay, now what happens is coming back to Chitrakoot, where Rama and Lakshmana and Sita Devi are there. Okay, because of this huge army that has come to Chitrakoot, right? The whole jungle was like stamped, the soil was spoiled and everything. So Rama was like, now that everyone knows where I live, I want to move to a safer place, so that they will not find me, much more peaceful place. So in this way, what happens? Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita, they shift from Chitrakoot to another place. Okay, and they meet a Muni called Atri Muni. Okay, the Muni's name is Atri. Okay, and Atri's Muni's wife name was Anasuya. I think all of you know, right? Anasuya, right? So what happens? They go to this hermitage, and Lord Rama will ask, "Can you please suggest me a nice place where I can live?" Okay, but Atri Muni will like, "You can live in our ashrama, till you find a good place because it is very comfortable." Okay, but after all the suggestions, also Rama will refuse. Okay, but they decide to stay in that ashrama for one night. Okay, in this one night, Anasuya, she'll start asking, Sita about Lord Rama and everything, and how their marriage, happened, because they all want to hear the pastimes of Lord. Okay, so in this way, Sita Devi narrates the beautiful pastimes of their marriage, how they got married. This is the first time we see Sita Devi speak about the marriage, right? We always see another perspective, and we see her perspective where she'll be like, "I thought I will never find someone, who can lift the above of Lord Shiva. But when I saw Lord Rama, I knew it, that he is the one who will do it." So like this, she says, and all of them rest. Okay, and the next day, they go to the dense forest in search of a nice, hermitage to build. So like this, what happens as they go, they reach to a forest called Dandakarnya. Okay, what is the forest name? Dandakarnya. Okay, so they go to this forest. So now what happens after they go to this forest? Okay, they meet a lot of rishis, and this forest is so beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, it is filled with chirping birds. Okay, and the lake and river water was so sweet. Okay, so now what happens as they were trying to search for a hermitage, a giant Rakshasa appears. Okay, and this Rakshasa was so, like, he was so cruel. Okay, all the blood coming out from his mouth. Okay, he had a round belly, so he looked very evil. Okay, this Rakshasa wanted to take Sita away and kill the two brothers. Okay, and then Rama asked, "Okay, who are you and what are you doing?" The Rakshasa told that you are in my forest and you're asking me. So Rama tells that we are Kshatriyas and we have come here with my wife. So please, don't harm us. But the Rakshasa will introduce himself. Okay, and the Rakshasa's name was Viradha. Okay, Viradha was the Rakshasa's name. Okay, so now you tell me, what was the forest they came into? What was the name of the forest?
Dandakaranam.
Ah, very good. Okay, and the Rakshasa's name was Viradha. V-I. Okay, and then you can say Radha. Okay, Viradha. Okay, Viradha was the Rakshasa's name. Okay, and this Viradha said that, I have performed a lot of austerities. Okay, and Lord Brahma had given a benediction where I cannot be killed by any kind of weapon. Okay, so what happens? There's a fierce, fight that happens between the Rakshasa and Rama and Lakshmana. They try to fight him with all the bows and arrows. But what happens? Like, he's scratched all over the body, but he doesn't die. Okay, the Rakshasa doesn't die. So now Rama will tell, see, the first priority is to save Sita, right? So now what you do, we can't kill him, but we can bury him alive. Okay. So he asks Lakshmana to go and, dig the, sand, okay, to make a pit so that they can bury the Rakshasa inside. Okay, so now what happens is when Lakshmana is burying the pit, okay, Rama is holding the Rakshasa, they're fighting. At last, Rama puts his feet on the, throat of the Rakshasa. Okay. So now what happens is, as soon as he comes in the touch of Lord Rama, the Rakshasa remembers his past life, okay, where he was a Gandharva, okay, and he was too attracted to all the beautiful, other women. So that's why he was cursed, okay. So that's why he came back to the earth. So now what happened? He realizes this and he tells Rama about the story that, I was cursed, that's why I've come down, but now I realize. So even the Rakshasa wants to give up this body and go back, being a Gandharva. So this way what happens, Rama buries the Rakshasa alive inside the pit and they move forward, okay. Then they go, okay, as soon as all this happens, Lakshmana, Sita Devi, they go to the hermitage of a sage called like a Sarabhanga. Okay, they go to the sage of Sarabhanga. And the Sarabhanga sage is so powerful. Okay, he's a celestial sage. Okay, and they see Indra, all demigods coming to the sage. Okay, and Rama and Lakshmana are very shocked seeing demigods come down and pay obeisances to the sage. Okay, and they come and they tell, why has Lord Indra come to you? Please tell me. So the sage says that I'm going to die soon. Okay, so I was invited to come to Brahmaloka. So back in those days, Indra used to come personally, okay, and invite people to invite people to Brahmaloka, okay, because they have done good austerities. So Rama says this, and he asks, this Rishi, can I, do you know any good place, where I can reside, the rest of my exile? And Sarama and this Rishi says that there is one Rishi ashrama you can go to, okay, and his name is Suti Krishna. Okay, you can go to his ashrama, and he will definitely, tell you a good place where you can safely reside with your wife and brother. So saying this, the Rishi said, I have one wish. Can you fulfill that wish? So Rama will accept, and he will say that I want to die in the presence of you. Okay, in the presence of Lord Rama. So like this, the Rishi enters into the sacrificial fire, and he gives up his body. Okay. So what happens after this? Okay. Rama continues his journey to this next, Rishi's ashrama. Okay, and his name is what? What was the Rishi's name?
Suti Krishna.
Very good. Okay, Suti Krishna's ashrama. Okay, and this is all still in Chitrakoot, like in this Dandakaranya forest. Okay, so they cross Chitrakoot and they go to this Dandakaranya forest. And in this Dandakaranya forest, there's so many Rakshasas. Okay, everyone is constantly complaining about Rakshasas. Okay, and they're coming and they're killing Brahmanas. So now what happens? Rama takes a vow to kill all the Rakshasas in the Dandakaranya forest. Okay, like this, they go to the ashram of Suti Krishna. So when they go there, okay, Rama asks, the Rishi about, what place I can stay, or any hermitage, in this Dandakaranya forest, which is peaceful. So saying this, Rama will ask, and Suti Krishna will ask him to stay with him. Okay, but Rama will refuse. Why will Rama refuse to stay with Suti Krishna? Is because Rama says, as a Kshatriya, I have to kill. Right? If I stay in your hermitage, I will not be like I'm not as sanctified, as others. So please don't let me stay in this ashrama. We want to build a separate hermitage, somewhere a bit far from the ashramas, so that the people who live in the hermitage are safe, because I'm a Kshatriya, I have to kill, Rakshasas. Saying so, what happens? Like Suti Krishna will get convinced, and he will tell them to go to a river bank, okay, near Godavari, okay, and over there, and he'll ask him to go and visit, Agastya Muni. All of you know Agastya Muni? Have you ever heard? Agastya Muni. Yeah, so now what happens? So they go to find Agastya Muni. Can you see in this picture, right? Agastya Muni, Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita are there, okay. Now what happens is on the way, okay, they come across this beautiful river, and from the river they can hear this beautiful singing, okay. And Lakshmana and Sita wonder how from the ocean or the lake, sorry, from the lake, how is such beautiful voices are coming out. So a passing Rishi over there tells the story of this river, okay. He says that this river actually is known as Pancha Prasra. Okay, Pranchaprasra. And this river was actually created. It was not naturally formed, but this was created by a rishi called Mandakarni. Okay, Mandakarni Rishi had created this beautiful river, okay, 10,000 years ago. So the thing was, he was meditating so much, okay, this Rishi, that the demigods got scared, okay, and they sent like a lot of apsaras, to him. So now what happened was, this Rishi was attracted and made all the apsaras his wife. Okay, but then he didn't want to live in this land. Okay, so he created himself a house under this lake. Okay, and he started staying there. So whatever voices you're hearing are the voices of the Apsaras. Okay, so this is the voice. So like saying this story, okay, they further go into the dense forest, okay, of Dandakarna, and they go and they visit, a lot of ashramas. Okay, there are like hundreds of ashramas inside Dandakarna forest. So like this, in some ashramas they stayed for 1 week. Okay, in some ashramas they stayed for a month. In some ashramas they also stayed for a year. So like this, 10 years have passed. Okay, 10 years, Rama, Lakshmana, Sita were migrating from one ashrama to another, and they spent 10 years comfortably, happily. Okay, all of everything was very good. Okay, now what happens is, as Shruti Krishna told, okay, they had to go and visit Agastya Muni's ashrama, but they were not able to find where Agastya Muni was. Okay, so this time Shruti Krishna, he gave precise, location of where Agastya Muni was. Okay, so when they were going in this direction, okay, Rama wanted to glorify Agastya Muni. Okay, and why his ashrama was not visible for so many people. Okay, why Agastya Muni's ashrama was not visible. Okay, they stayed in that forest for 10 years. Okay, but they couldn't see Agastya Muni's ashrama. So Rama narrates a story that he knows. Okay, that there were two Rakshasa brothers. Okay, in that forest, and they used to trouble everyone. But the speciality is of these two, demons, that they could shift however they wanted. Right? Like they can change into whatever they wanted. So the first brother's name was Vatapi. Okay, so Vatapi disguised as a Brahmana. Okay, and he used to go around the forest and invite other Brahmanas. Okay, to come and eat. Okay, the other brother is called Ivala. Okay, and Ivala, what he did was, he used to turn into a particular ingredient of the food that was going to serve to Brahmanas. Okay, and he used to enter into the mouth of every Brahmana. Okay, when they are eating. So this way, what happened? These two brothers, okay, one used to disguise as a Brahmana, the other person turned into food and entered, the Brahmana's stomach. Like this way, most of the Brahmanas were killed. Okay, because what happened, every time Vatapi called, okay, where are you, my brother? The like Ivala used to burst out of the Brahmana's stomach. Okay, so this way, a lot of Brahmanas were killed. Okay, that time, okay, the demigods went and told Agastya Muni that this is happening. Can you please go and solve this? So Agastya Muni comes, okay, and he also goes and he eats. Okay, but Agastya Muni is very powerful. Okay, so when Vatapi calls for his brother, Agastya Muni will be like, I have already digested your brother. So he's already dead. So saying this, he also burns, Vatapi into ashes. So all the demons in that area, they were so afraid of Agastya Muni that they never even came near his hermitage. Okay, so this hermitage is very secure. So like this, Lord Rama narrates this beautiful pastime about Agastya Muni to Sita Devi, and they start the journey. Like this, Rama enters into Agastya Muni's ashrama. Okay, Agastya Muni welcomes him and everything, and he presents to him a bow, okay, of Lord Vishnu. And this bow was made by Vishwakarna. Okay, so it was so powerful, so powerful. Okay, so he presented this, and Agastya Muni praised Sita Devi for coming, with Lord Rama to this, the whole exile and everything. So saying so, Agastya Muni also recommended the place where they can stay, okay, and where they can live peacefully. Does anyone know what that place is? Any idea? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, very good. Okay, it was called Panchavati. Okay, and this was near the river Godavari. Okay, so from where to where are they going now? They're going from which forest? Which forest are they in right now?
Dandakaranya.
Good. So in Dandakaranya, there's a place, okay, called Panchavati. So they're going there. Dandakaranya is a huge forest. Okay. So after they go there, okay, they start building a beautiful house, okay, and then everything. So you can see in the picture, right? Lakshmana, Rama build a beautiful hermitage with like grass, pusa grass, and everything. So while on the journey, okay, they meet a person, okay, and he is Jatayu. Now Rama, at this point, he has encountered so many Rakshasas that he is scared that even this Jatayu, who is the king of the eagles, is also a Rakshasa. Okay, so then what happens is, like Jatayu will introduce himself saying, see, I'm not going to do any harm to you. Okay, I'm just your father's best friend. And he introduces that, who Jatayu was the son of who? Does anyone remember?
Aruna.
Aruna, very good. So Jatayu was the son of Aruna. Okay. So what happens after this? He introduces and he also vows that, I am so close with your father. So for the protection of your wife, when you and Lakshmana are not there, I will protect Sita Devi. Okay, so Jatayu tells this. So what happens? Jatayu, Rama, Lakshmana and Sita go to Panchavati, and Jatayu always protects both of them. Okay, all the three of them. He always, he's in the air seeing if there's any kind of danger. So like this, we said, right, like almost 10-12 years have passed, by this time. So one morning, what happens is Lord Rama, see, they all are going and they're living a very peaceful life. Okay. Now what happens one day, Lord Rama and the Lakshmana are actually going to bathe. Okay, they're going to like cleanse themselves. And from side, okay, she demon comes, okay, and she sees these two very good looking, like almost they look like demigods, okay, for in her eyes, okay, and she sees them and she instantly gets attracted to Rama. Now you tell me who the she demon is. Very good, very good. It is Surpanaka. Okay, so now from now we see the start of Aranya Kanda. So all of this is Aranya Kanda. Okay, remember. So we finished Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda. This is Aranya Kanda. Okay. So now what happens is Surpanaka, she's so attracted to Rama. She normally has a power. Okay, like all of them were granted different wishes by Brahma, right? Like what was the thing granted by Brahma to Ravana? Remember all the wishes that
he won't die on any spot except for his navel.
very good. That, and also no Gandharva, demigod, none of them can kill. Okay, all the categories were covered except for monkeys and humans. He left out these two categories. Okay, and then what was the wish granted to the other brothers, Vibhishana and others?
Kumbhakarna first asked for Brahma's throne, but then instead of Brahma's throne, he got the throne of sleeping. So that's why he sleeps for entire 6 months and then gets up and eats a lot.
Yeah, so 6 months he's completely asleep. Okay, but when he wakes up, okay, he's undefeatable, right? And he eats a lot. Okay, because he has to sleep for the next 6 months. Okay, and also the curse was that if someone wakes him in the 6 months where he's sleeping, he will definitely die. Okay, so this was the thing. And then what happens? Vibhishana asked that wherever dharma is, I should be there, right? And Surpanaka's wish was I should be able to change myself into whatever I like. You understand, right? So now Surpanaka had this, but then she was so attracted with with the look of Rama that she forgot that she could disguise herself as a beautiful woman. Okay, and she just started walking in front of these two brothers, and they see, and she starts proposing to Lord Rama that who are you? And you don't look like because you know how Rama is, right? He looks like a sage, but so Surpanaka is like, you don't look like a sage, you look like someone who's a Kshatriya. Okay, so tell me where you are from. So Rama tells the whole story that about Dasharatha Maharaj, the exile, everything. And Surpanaka says, she also introduces herself. My name is Surpanaka, and I am the sister of Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Vibhishana. Okay, and she also had two cousins. Okay, and the cousin's name was Kara and Dusana. Okay, so Kara and Dusana. Remember these two names, it's very important. Okay, so Kara and Dusana. So now what happens is after saying this, she's like, leave your wife and come and stay with me because I'm much more powerful. Okay, your wife looks very weak, so leave her. Okay, or what I will do is I will kill both the brother and your wife and we can live happily. So now what happens? Rama, he starts laughing. Okay, and he says, see, I'm already a married man. Okay, and I have my wife here. Why are you like and even if you come and serve me, like even if you become my wife, you will become my second wife. But why don't you marry Lakshmana? So this way, you see over there, right, in this picture, can you see?
Mataji.
So now what happens? Rama and Lakshmana, they keep pointing out to each other, saying, no, you marry him, you marry. And now like Surpanaka becomes very irritated, okay, by this whole conversation, okay. And she's like, no, I want to marry Rama only, okay, so in this way. But then she figures out that Rama will never, be with her because of Sita. So what happens is she rushes towards Sita, to kill her. Then what happens? Rama instructs Lakshmana to do what?
To cut the
Very
nose
good.
with the
Very
sword.
good. Very good. Now what happens? Rama orders Lakshmana to cut the nose and the ears, right? So after doing this, Shurpanakha will fled from that place. Okay, so fast she will run. Okay, she will go and she will go to her cousin brother. Okay, the cousin brother's names were what?
And Dussana.
Aranya and
Dussana. Good. Okay, so they go to the place of Kara and she goes to the place of Kara and Dussana. Okay, so she goes and she cries. Okay, you can see this image, right? To Kara, she cries, and Kara looking at her also, he feels like who cut, my sister's nose and ears, and he gets very enraged. And then she tells that there were two men, and they did this to me. So like this, he gets very angry and he sends 14 very powerful rakshasas, to fight with Rama and Lakshmana. Now what happens? Rama was peacefully sitting and everything, but suddenly these 14 rakshasas come towards them, okay, and Rama gives them one chance to go back, but they won't listen. So all of them start attacking Lord Rama, and Lord Rama with 14 arrows kills the 14 Rakshasas. Okay, so now Surpanakha was also seeing this. Okay, and she again went to her brother Kara, and she was like, see, you sent 14 Rakshasas, but Lord Rama killed all the 14 very easily. So this time you should only come and you should kill him because there is no other way. Now Kara is very prideful, right? So Kara and his brother, okay, Dussana, they come on their chariot, okay, and with them they bring 14,000 Rakshasa army, okay, and they want to attack Lord Rama, okay. So now what happens is they too go, and while going, there are a lot of inauspicious signs, okay, like there are dark clouds and everything. But despite of all this, also they want to go and kill Lord Rama and Lakshmana. So by doing so, they go, okay, and a huge battle happens between Kara and the 14,000, like the army, with Lord Rama. And Lord Rama fights solo, okay, because what happens is, he says Lakshmana to take Sita Devi to like a mountain, okay, so that she's safe, and will ask Lakshmana to stay with Sita Devi. But he will tackle the whole 14,000 the army, the demon's army by himself. You can see right in the picture. There's so many, people who are coming towards Lord Rama. So there's this fierce battle that goes. Okay, so first he kills 1,000 demons, and then he kills the 10,000 demons. So slowly he starts killing all the demons. Okay, at last, okay, the brother, who's the second brother, Kara and Dussana. So Dussana becomes enraged after seeing 10,000 demons getting destroyed. Okay, so he himself comes into the battlefield. Okay, however, he was also easily defeated by Lord Rama. He also dies. Okay, so after seeing all this, Kara will get very very angry, and he himself will take his chariot. Okay, he will come. Okay, and now this battle is going on. Now Kara is very powerful. Okay, so what happens to some extent, okay, like he released arrows, thousands and thousands of arrows, okay, and what happened when he was releasing, Lord Rama's armor broke. Okay, he had, like, all the Kshatriyas have an armor, right? The armor broke, and also there were some cuts on Lord Rama's body. Okay, so this way there was a fierce battle. But you remember that one bow that was gifted to Lord Rama? Who gifted that bow? The Lord Vishnu's bow, just like when he entered Dandakarna forest. Who gifted? Good. Agastya Muni had gifted this bow, right? So now he uses this bow and he launches like arrows towards Kara. Okay, and then what happens? Kara dies on the spot. Okay, because it pierces his chest. Now, who is seeing all this? Okay, two people are seeing this. Okay, one is who? Who is the she demon?
Shurpanakha.
Surpanakha. Okay, but there was also another person, okay, who was in this army and who was seeing this. Does anyone know the person's name? Actually, he secretly, he will fled from that place. This one person.
Ati.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear properly. What was the person's name? Anyone remembers? Akampana. Okay. Akampana was a person who fled, okay, from this whole thing. He was able to escape. Now, who does he go to?
Ravana.
Ravana.
Very good. Okay, so the first person who actually goes to Ravana about this is actually Akampana. Okay, so now what happens? Akampana will go to Ravanasura. Okay, and he will go and he will tell. Okay, like your brother has been killed. Okay, your two brothers, cousin brothers, have been killed. And he relates the whole story that the 14,000 demons were killed. Demon army was killed, and Rama did all this in just 2 hours. He killed the whole army of 14,000 demons and these two brothers in 2 hours. Okay. In such a short time, Rama did all this. So I feel he's very, very powerful. But I'm just coming here to tell you, warn you, okay, so that you don't take any serious action. But there is one way that you can take your revenge. Now, because Ravanasura wants to go and kill Rama at this point, okay, because he killed the two brothers. But then, this Akampana will say it's not possible because he's too powerful. Then Akampana will tell him, will suggest him, saying that you actually target Sita Devi, okay, who is Lord Rama's wife, okay, because of her only all this started. Because, she's so beautiful that he left, he left his brother to go and take care of Sita Devi, okay, and he fought the whole battle just by himself, okay, he's that powerful. And he also cares about his wife so much. Now, like Ravanasura actually liked this idea a lot. Okay, and he goes, okay, like in his golden chariot, okay, he goes to Tataka's son. Okay, who was Tataka's son?
Maricha.
Very good. Okay, yeah. So Maricha. So what happens? Ravanasura goes and and this Maricha is actually in the disguise of a Brahmana. Okay, and he will ask, so I want a small help from you. And Maricha is very shocked, okay, to see Ravana come and ask him for help. And Ravanasura will ask that my sister, Surpanaka, was, her nose and ears were cut and the whole army died. So I want to go and take revenge on a person. So Maricha will ask, who is this person? And Ravanasura will say that it is Lord Rama. After hearing Lord Rama's name, he gets very scared. He was like, he's not an ordinary human at all. And especially, you're not supposed to even look at Sita Devi. Okay, it will really cause you death. Okay, like Maricha will warn Ravanasura that this will cause you death. But Ravanasura will not hear, okay, at first. But then after a lot of convincing, Ravanasura will take Marichi's advice, okay, and he will be like, okay, I'll go back. But after going back, okay, Surpanaka comes again, okay, and she starts telling that, Sita Devi is so pretty, okay, and I actually went to the forest to get Sita Devi for you. Okay, and when I was trying to take Sita Devi for you, they cut my nose and ears. And Sita Devi is so beautiful, and she will start praising about Sita so much, and she should be your wife. Now Ravanasura becomes attracted because he has so many wives. Okay, so he also wanted Sita Devi to become his wife. Whatever, Ravanasura wants, he always gets. That's what they say. Okay, what was the thing that led to Ravanasura's death? His lust. Okay, so now what happens? Now Ravanasura, okay, he again goes to Marichi. Okay, sorry, one second. Okay, he again goes to Marichi. Can you see, right? He has 10 heads. Okay, and he has 20 arms. And, Ravanasura has a lot of scars in his body because of all the, war and things he had gone through, fights. So now what happens? At last, he will say, okay, that I have to kill Lord Rama, but as it is not easy, I am going to kidnap, Sita Devi. Okay, and if you agree to this, okay, I will give you half of my kingdom. But if you don't, I will kill you. Now, for the one last time, okay, Marichi will try to convince, okay, Lord Ravanasura. He will say that I had once been in a battle, okay, with Lord Rama. Okay, remember this battle? The first time Marichi and Rama fought. You remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it was for whom? For whom did they fight?
Vishwamitra.
Very good. Because on Vishwamitra Muni's request, okay, he had come and he had fought, right? So he says at that point itself, they threw me 800 yards away. Okay, and I was spared, okay, once in my life. So I don't want to again put my life in risk. But I know that you will not listen to me. Okay, but either ways, you're not supposed to go, and kidnap a woman who is married, right? Sita Devi is married, right? At this point, you're not supposed to kidnap, but Ravana will not listen. So at last, Marichi will agree. Okay, and Ravana will discuss the plan with Marichi. What is the plan?
Marichi should become a form of a deer and go there, so that Sita will get attracted to marry to that deer. Then
Yes.
Ram will go and go to hunt the deer, and then Ravan will come and kidnap.
Good. Right? So all of us know this, right? So now what happens? He starts narrating the same plan like how Arohi had told. Okay. So Ravana will say, turn into a golden deer, okay, with silver spots on your body, and you'll be the most attractive animal, okay, in the whole world. So seeing you, Sita Devi will have the thing to want to have you as a pet. Okay, so this way we can distract Lord Rama, and I will enter and kidnap Sita Devi. Okay, so now what happens? Marichi, why does Marichi accept? Because, okay, rather than dying in the hands of Ravanasura by not accepting, he rather die in the hands of Lord Rama, right? So Marichi says this to Ravanasura. He's like, I rather die in the hands of Lord Rama, okay, because either ways I will die. So it's better that I choose to die in the hands of Lord Rama. So that's why I'm accepting. So saying this, finally he wants, but still Ravanasura will not listen. Okay, so like this, Marichi and Ravanasura will start their journey to where? They will go to which place?
Panchavati.
Panchavati, because that is where Lord Rama and Sita, and, sorry, Lord Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita are there, right? So like this, he goes to Panchavati. Okay, so I think in next class we will see what happens in Panchavati, right? So in next class we can discuss that. Okay. So today we are ending this class fast because at 11 o'clock they have Garuda Purana class. Okay, so who are interested can attend. And at 12 o'clock we have Jagannath story. Okay, so I will share the classes. Okay, so the whole Jagannath Ratha Yatra Katha and all the Lord's appearance Katha and everything is discussed. Okay. Any doubts? Any questions?
No, Mataji.
We'll have a quick recap.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, from which forest first, okay, after Bharata departed, from which forest did Lord Rama go from?
Dandakaranya.
From Chitrakoot, right? From Chitrakoot, they went to Dandakaranya, right? And who were some of the rishis they met on the way? They met, I think, 3 rishis. Who were they?
Bharadwaja Rishi.
Bharadwaja, yeah, the starting, yes.
Sudhi Krishna.
Agastya Muni.
Agastya Muni.
Suti Krishna. Sharabhanga.
Very good, Sharabhanga. Good. Okay. Now, Agastya Muni, what did Agastya Muni give to Lord Rama? Good. Okay. Yes, Lord Vishnu's bow. Okay. Now, who were the 3 demons that Rama encountered in between? 3 demons he encountered. Yes.
Viradha,
correct. Okay. And Virada, how did Virada die?
Maricha.
Like, how did Virada die?
They buried him alive.
Good. Very good. And then next 2, and then after that, he met 2 brother monsters. Who were they? Yeah. Okay. Who? Anyone else? What was the name? Maricha, he didn't meet yet, right? We will see that in next class.
Maricha and Subha.
Good. Yes, right? So, and then did he meet them, or did he tell their story to Sita Devi? He told the story, right? And he also narrated a story of another Rishi. What was that Rishi's name?
Agastya Rishi.
Agastya Rishi, yes. And one more Rishi also. Like he heard the name, right? The river. What was that Rishi's name? Where the sage lives in the river with all the apsaras. Does anyone remember the name of the Rishi? Mandakarani, right? Rishi. And how many years did he meditate on? For 10,000 years, right? And how many demons had Kara, okay, the other demon, bought to fight with Lord Rama?
14,000.
Good. Who are the two cousins of Surpanaka?
Kara and Trishiras.
Good.
And Dushana.
And Kara and?
Dushana.
Good. Okay. So this is how it is. Okay. Any other questions? Are all clear? Right. Next class we will discuss. Okay. What we will discuss? How Ravanasura kidnaps Sita Devi. Okay. And how Jatayu will come in between. Right. And help and try to free Sita Devi, but it doesn't happen. Okay. And from that Aranya Kanda ends. Okay. So Aranya Kanda ends and we will start the next Kanda. What is the next Kanda's name? After Aranya Kanda, which Kanda comes?
Kishkinda Kanda.
Good. Very good. Kishkinda Kanda. Okay. Kishkinda. After Kishkinda, just asking.
Sundara.
Sundara. Very good. Okay. So Sundara Kanda is very beautiful actually. Yeah. So we will finish all of that soon also. Okay. So if there are no other doubts, can we end today's session?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Arohi, have any doubt?
While Rama was in Chitrakoot, that time did he ever rest in Prayagraj?
The Prayag. Yeah, actually in Chitrakoot, okay, they stayed for very less time because of Bharata. Okay. Because Bharata and he brought his whole army, right? So it was not even months. Okay, it was like less than few months, but by that time until Bharata had come, right? So they actually stay a very limited time. Okay, and they go to I think Arhi Muni's ashrama, right? Anasuya's husband's ashrama, right? They go there and they seek and they go to Dandakaranya immediately. So Chitrakoot was very few, like a very less time spent. But Prayagraj, yes, they passed by Prayag. But that point, it was not called Prayag. It was all forests, like that. So it would have been called by a different name or something. There's no mention of Prayag as such. There were names given later, right? Like Hastinapur now is called Delhi, like that. There are different names given after all this. So yes, okay. So no other doubts? We'll end the session.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Vancha kalpatarupesya kripa sindhubhyo eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. See you all next week. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, all the kids and all the Matajis. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chitra Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very good.